Here with Chris Eversley, Cal Poly forward. Talk a little bit about the preseason leading up till now and kind of the team's development from the first game against TCU to now leading into the first conference game against Riverside.
Well, it was definitely positive strides. I mean, that first game against TCU was definitely, it was ugly. And it was just a matter of everybody knocking the rust off and getting things situated. And just like everybody getting back into the flow of playing with each other and then incorporating the new guys. So it's a matter of that happening, and we made strides to those 10 games.
Yeah, what are some specific things that you feel like you guys really improved in?
Just our perimeter defense. I feel as though it still needs to improve, but I think we've made major strides in that area. And the ability for the younger guys and the older guys to take direction on the floor, like be able to change things in the spur of the moment, which is good. And our other stuff is just kind of flowing now. It's kind of like still changing, so I don't have any like concrete answers on, but it's just stuff that we've improved on, and there's a lot of stuff that we still need to improve
on. What do you expect conference to be like this year compared to previous years? Are you expecting, obviously the first 3 games are going to be tough ones for you guys going on the road, coming back to play 2 really, really good teams in Irvine and Long Beach State. What do you expect that to be like for you?
I think it's going to be a dogfight. I think this is probably going to be the most competitive year because there's no powerhouses anymore. Long Beach always has a good team. Same thing with Santa Barbara, Irvine, and then with the addition of Hawaii. I'm really excited to see what this season holds for us because there's going to be a lot of good tests here at home and on the road.
What did your Christmas break look like?
For the rest of Christmas break, or what did it look
like? What did yours look like?
Oh, I was basically just we spent most of it on the road. It was the road trip, so that was always fun. I love hanging with the guys, and then the morning after the Seattle game, I flew home to Chicago and got to see my friends and family. Went to a Bulls game with my older brother, which is nice. Okay. Unfortunately, they lost by 23 to the Rockets, but the experience was good nonetheless. And just got home, got to see my parents, my family, my dog. Love my dog. And
had it been since the summer since you saw him?
Yeah, since this August, I believe. So I get to go home twice a year, and this was the shorter break of the 2. So that's always good. And no time. Sometime is better than no time is my philosophy for that.
Talk about the preseason, playing against tougher teams, kind of showing your mettle against a team like UCLA, and also getting an opportunity to play against a lot of different styles of really good teams, whether it's St. Mary's, who control the ball real well and are really big down low, or other teams that are moving around and quick. Washington was another really big team with NJ. Talk about what you guys learned from some of those games.
This preseason was great for not only me personally, but for our team, because this was the most the highest level of competition I've faced since we've been here. I know I only played last year, but since I've been here in general, it was big. So I felt as though it was good for the younger guys to kind of get that in. Okay, your first season on campus, you're playing against the top. So it's good for them, and it showed a lot of character, and it showed what guys can do what for us and what people's strengths are and what we need to develop in the offseason, But for now, it's kind of the first 10 games is when you just go out there and you kind of just let everybody play and see what they're going to do. And then once conference comes, you're just like, okay, well, this is what you need to do because this is what's effective for you in the first 10 games. So it's kind of just like a meter or a litmus test.
You and Chris both talked about perimeter defense. Would you say that that's kind of the biggest thing you guys still need to improve going into conference, or what is the biggest thing for you guys?
That's definitely one of the things we need to work on, just guarding the ball. That's simple. Just guarding the basketball, like I said, that's playground basketball. It's just something that you need to do. And I think as we go on into the season and the younger guys learn stuff, and then the older guys, just kind of once you start seeing these teams more and more and you watch more film on them, we have more tape on every team. Every team's played 10 to 15 games already. So you start to pick up tendencies and you realize, okay, well, he's going to go right twice, spin back to his left and try to shoot a floater. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff that's personnel-based, but I think we're making changes so that it'll be for the better on us, for perimeter defense.
Do you think that that you guys will probably be looking at a ton more tape for these teams? Like you said, you have a lot more tape on a lot of the guys. Is that something that you guys have an emphasis on as far as the preparation?
Yeah, that's definitely – it's a two-way street too, because just as much tape as we have on them, we have on us. So it's just a matter of actually watching that and determining what you can do with that. The coaches have our scouting reports for us and they show us film, but individually I know a lot of guys look at film just so they can get the edge over their opponent. And just because the defense we play, you can guard whoever at whatever time. Right. So Yeah.
I've heard you use a Coach Calero word earlier this season, pity party. So I'll ask you about another kind of Coach Calero ism. You have a lot of young players who are playing on your team, with Bennett and Gordon and some of those guys, Reese Morgan. They're freshmen, but by now they got 10 games under their belt. Right. At this point, do they have to really be playing like sophomores going into conference play?
That's what we're looking for. I mean, that's kind of what everybody is. That's, like I said, it's his motto, so it kind of trickles down to us. But yeah, definitely the freshmen need to bump up and so on. I mean, the seniors need to play like experienced fifth years, you know what I'm saying? And then for Dylan, 6 years, like it's just on up the ladder. But definitely everybody needs to kind of step up and take that game to another level, because it's nice in the first 10 games to kind of get out there and get your feet wet, but by now you need to be ready to dive in full, so get things situated. But I think with the 10 games under their belt is definitely the experience that they needed.
Do classes start again next week or the week after?
I think it's the week after. Yeah, the week after, I believe, because we have Long Beach, what is that, the 3rd, and then the week after that.
So you'll have the Thursday and Saturday potentially. Thursday especially without a lot of students on campus. Saturday with a few more. What's the importance of maybe getting some more community support for those games, especially the ones where the students maybe aren't back yet?
Well, definitely. We do a lot of the stuff that we do in the off season with just like the camps and stuff, and we usually organize something promotional with the kids so that they can come. But it just basically comes back to our energy, like as long if we can go out and create our own energy, if our bench is loud and our guys are into it, we don't care if there's one person in the stands or if there's 5,000 people in the stands. But it kind of goes back to us.
Great. Thanks.